Well, it's okay playing around with the dummy engine, but I will need a working engine to power the Jungmeister. And the engine I've selected for this is the DLE 20, a 20cc petrol engine. And petrol or gas, as it's known across the pond, is new to me, so I want to get a little bit of experience on running this in a test stand. So I've made this test stand up. I've made it out of quite sturdy material. It's quite a powerful engine and I don't want to be taking any chances with it. But I'll just go through and explain what I've tried to do here. I've set the tank at the same height as the carburetor, which you can see in there. It's not in line, but the height's the most important aspect, I would imagine. You'll see that the tubing, the feed tube, isn't one continual piece of tubing. It's in fact got a copper tube inside. And the reason for that is to prevent the clunk from doubling back on itself when the plane's in a dive, which I think is a possibility because this particular tubing is very soft. It feels much softer than the silicon tubing I'm used to when running nitro engines. The other two inlets which need tubing added to them, one is a breather and one is a fill tube. If I turn this round, you can see this is the ignition system, which runs off quite a range actually, from 4.8 volt to 14. And then the manual controls as they are at the moment, which will, well, this one will be set up to servo, and I've already arranged for the choke, which is the one with the yellow tubing, in the Jungmeister is operated manually through a bell crank and a lever. So this will allow me to operate the throttle manually and see how it goes. And if all goes well, I can then push ahead and finalise the installation of the cowling area, the dummy cowling area, and see how it looks. I'll keep you updated. Okay, so this is post-engine run. I'm really pleased with that. After the little running section there, me and my friend actually took the needle settings back to the recommendations, which were slightly out. Obviously, whoever's run this engine before had been playing around with it. So the lower needle setting was taken down to 1 1/4 and the higher speed to 1 1/2. And it ran faultlessly, much lower tick over, much better transition, and it was peaking out beautifully. So I'm going to put this to one side now, other than installing it into the plane. I'm going to move on and do a bit more work on the Jungmeister. Great result all round, very pleased with it.